There we go. So welcome to the Elite Premier Contender call. I know that all of you guys are doing amazing. It's the last week of August. So I know you guys are probably pushing for the Transform 20 group. Yeah, probably. Okay. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you again. You hopped on and then hopped off. But glad to see you. So I kind of want to talk to you guys about what you're doing for the end of the month. I know there's a lot of flash sales going on. So I want you to kind of talk me through that. If you're doing that, what you're thinking, how you're staying in compliance, because that's super important. So I kind of wanted to kick it off by talking about that.
So I have a lot of new coaches, and I hope you guys can hear me. I'm using Starbucks Wi-Fi, so if I cut out, I apologize. So one of the things that I just know, listened to the National Wake Up Call, and I was like, oh, we got to get a flash sale, because I've been seeing so many people doing the flash sales, and none of my upline was, so I had no clue, how they were doing it legally. I was like, how are they offering sales? So I was so confused. But after the National Wake Up Call, I was like, oh, okay, they're just breaking it down. And then, I actually met with my team last night. We're starting a flash sale tonight, and we're just keeping it within Lift 4, Beachbody On Demand, Ultimate Refresh, and Beach Bars. We kind of wanted to keep it simple and what they were familiar with right now. And so we're just kind of calling it a Labor Day flash sale, because we all have our boot camp kicking off pre-game next week. So it's basic. I'm almost mirroring what I think it was Brooke, was that her name, from the National Wake Up Call, mirroring what she shared, and then just we're kind of going at it like that.
Okay, anybody else doing anything different? How are you leveraging this? Or are you?
So I am running one right now with some success partners. And so what we did is we obviously, followed up with everybody we've ever talked to. I also emailed all of my customers through the Beachbody Coach Online office. And so what we're doing is we're just throwing tons of energy in there. We're going live, mixing up my Shaco in a, old spaghetti sauce jar, and, just our personalities more than anything, not going in there and talking all the facts, and Shakeology has adaptogens and probiotics, but just sharing our experience with it, and how it fits into life, rather than this is what this is and this is what it does and this is why we love it. It's just us using it because they already trust us. If they're in there, they've been following us for a long time, they trust us. And it's been working out really well. And so we have people who order are on top of the discount or gift that they receive. We're also putting everybody who purchases something, every time they purchase something, so whether they add a tub of Energize onto their order, or if they add Beach Bars on or whatever, they get bonus entries into a drawing for a gift card at the end as well. And so after the cash discounts are gone, or not the cash discounts, the gift cards are gone, they get extra bonus entries into the gift card. So even if we only have 5, all access challenge packs that are available for this discount, so, grab it up. But if you do miss out on the, discount, then you'll still get entries into the gift card. And we've had people taking advantage of that as well, because, okay, well, I'm sold, I know I want to get it, and might as well get, entries into this gift card as well. So that's been working pretty well for us.
So I have a question. So you set aside a specific number of challenge packs that you're going to discount?
Yes.
Quotey fingers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's awesome, because that adds to the exclusivity.
Yeah.
Of it. Anybody else? Questions on how we're working this? Make sure that you look at the policies and procedures to make sure that you guys are in compliance. There's limits on what you can do. And please don't say Shakeology is on sale. That's not ever something that we're going to do, ever. So just FYI. You guys are awfully quiet today. It's really weird from last week where you were like, la, 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 la.
I wasn't on last week, but I'm only 1-star, which I assume a lot of us are like stuck in this place of like, our husband's a diamond and we don't know how to get past that. So I have a girl who's literally like, I could be 2-star qualifying tomorrow. So it's just like a whole lot of prayer today and like trying to assist her in any way that I can, but like all I can really do is send her good vibes, you know, like, so anyone who has kind of like overcome that stuck place of 1-star, have any like piece of advice? I mean, I know I've been listening to like Rachel Baldwin and like Ashley, I don't even know how to say her last name, F something, Felsum or Feelsum or something, like how they went from diamond last year to 8-star this year and like stuff like that. But if anyone has anything that's working for them right now, like I've done like the runner messenger thread in my group, and I've sent them all individual emails like, this is my goal, I want to do this together, like who's in? And I have people who say they're in and then never do anything. I'm sure you guys all know that. I had a girl yesterday who's like so hype on us being an 8-star team, and she was like, I hate Success Club. And I was like, excuse me, what? Like, leaders hit Success Club. So you have 2 days left, go hit Success Club, and then we can talk about being an 8-star team. Like, she's like, well, I just want more people on my team first. And I'm like, no, you get people on your team by selling challenge packs. Like, so I think that like the hype is real, but like just translating, like you actually have to like do work to hit diamond. I don't know. I don't have anything for you.
That's awesome. And I'm so glad that you brought that up. And just so you guys know, you're all diamonds through 2-stars. That's what this group is. And that's why it's so important that you're here together so that you can talk about these things. So if you're seeing anything that's helping you develop these diamonds, please share, because we all have ideas on how we're developing things. So anybody have any ideas that wants to kick it off? Lauren, go ahead.
Well, I don't have any ideas, but I do just like, so my plan is tomorrow, fingers crossed, as everything falls in place, I should be qualifying for 1-star tomorrow. My husband should be switching to diamond tomorrow. But so my goal is to really just share and teach with, I just recently created a business, my business builders page. So like I pulled my, coaches who want to work the business into this page. And I've told them, like, I built myself to a diamond starting in December. Like, even though I'd been coaching, I was strictly a discount coach. But once I went all in and decided to go diamond, I went all in. And then after that, once I became diamond, I decided and committed that I was going to make my husband diamond. And so I did that in this amount of time. So I've just stressed to my team that if you follow the steps and if you put them in action, I can show you how to become diamond, because now I've done it twice. But I think the only way is really just to show through our own leadership and to show with our actions, and that we're following through with our actions, and hope that they do the same.
I mean, I pop an emerald every week. Mary knows I have emeralds everywhere. Like, I've signed 10 coaches this month, like PS coaches. And so I'm for sure doing the things. I just don't know if they think that I have something they don't have, or how I can, like, I don't know. I'm sure you guys were in that like weird.
Whoa, that was really creepy. She's like there and then not there. Did you guys see that? Wow.
Bye.
She's like frozen and then gone. Okay. Mickey, were you going to add something?
Yeah, something that's been working for me was, first of all, identifying who is going to be the diamonds, obviously. And I've asked my team, like, let's do this by October. Like, let's not even wait until December. Like, I gave them a really early deadline, and I set a retreat. And also there's like I'm doing a little thing with my upline coach where we're going to send them to Tony Robbins if they hit diamond by the end of September. So putting in these deadlines way before the end of the year is what we're working on, so that we can just like lock down, elite way before than we have to, and it's stress city, through the end of the year. And so I identified my 5 people who are going to be, and we do weekly mastermind calls with just those 5 people. And I'm just on them. Like I scour their downline. Like last week, I just popped a new diamond, and at last minute, for some reason, I did not catch that she had she had 2 emeralds on one leg, and she was recruiting only on like her left leg or her right leg or something. So last minute, she needed to scramble to create a new emerald on one leg and then sign up a couple of more people on the other leg so that it would be even. So that really taught me a lesson in, oh my goodness, pay attention to where your people are putting people and have it like all written down. So I have my daughter erased it, or else I would show you guys, but I have like 5 rows of people who are my 5 runners, and then writing down the names of every person on each side, like if they're on their left or on their right, and how many coaches they need to go emerald or whatever, or if they have an emerald to mark it with an E, so that I know exactly who needs to fill in what gaps weekly. And that's what we talk about every single call. And then when we do get on these mastermind calls, I'm like, okay, who are your runners? And they talk about, like this person could go. And then I'll like open up their social media, be like, okay, her page, like she's clearly not serious if she doesn't have her workouts, or she's not, like posting about the thing. Like if she's really a runner, her social media needs to look like she's really going, to run. So I kind of just do that weekly. And I just talk to those 5 people constantly, because I have a lot of people on my team who say they want to do it, but only the people that are legit going to make it happen are those 5 people that I have on. It's actually 4 people, because I haven't made my mom diamond yet. So my mom is like my 6th diamond, just in case something happens in qualification period. So I'm kind of like going above and beyond just in case. And just staying on top of those 5 other people and making sure I know exactly who they need and where.
Mickey, sorry. Where do you kind of draw the line of that tough love conversation? Because I think that's where I'm having the problem is, we're working together and we've kind of become, it's like this little community, but like, how do you have the tough love where maybe 1 or 2 aren't showing up, and then like, if they're not into that, like, okay, let's say you have that group of 5 and maybe 2 of them aren't showing up. Like, do you remove those 2, or how do you find that fine line of tough love?
With I have one person that's not engaged. She's actually my first diamond, but she's at emerald right now. She has enough coaches, but she just needs emerald. And I ask her, I'm on her, and she posts, constantly on social media and all the time, but she's just not, if like I'm being totally honest, she's just one of those people that I do not think will make it. Like, yes, she hit diamond. Yes, she's seen amazing success in the business. But there's like something about somebody that if they're not obsessed with what Beachbody is, which she's not, like she's really not. So I don't really push her so much, because I know that it's all from within, and I can tell that she's not motivated from within, because if all she needed is emeralds for the last month, to get her diamond back, she would have done it. So I guess I don't engage with the people that I don't think is serious. And I'm just like, it's clear that it's not a priority to you right now to be diamond. And that's kind of the conversation. And she knows that I'm there for her, but I'm always giving my team tough love. Like I tell everybody, like the bare minimum is Success Club. Like you've done the bare minimum when you've hit Success Club. So I think it's just like having a constant tone of like, are you serious? And if you're not serious, it shows. I don't know.
No, I like that. I need to get better at that. My inner 3rd grade teacher is not a tough love, so I need to get better at having tough love. So
it's not even having tough love. It's just setting expectations.
Right.
Like I expect you to show up to this call.
Right. Exactly.
So something that's been working pretty well with keeping the serious people engaged and not wasting my energy on those who aren't is I do have chat threads, and if somebody doesn't show up in the chat thread for a week, then they're out. and I'll reach out to them individually and be like, hey, I noticed that you haven't been around, everything going okay. And if they are, not showing up, then I'll add them into like our walkers thread. And that's for people who are, they need the same information. Like I share all the information in each thread, but they're not going to be with business builders in there. And so if they want the privilege of, hearing everybody's ideas and being a part of that group, then they need to be showing up every day pretty much. So yeah, that's been working pretty well. Same in my new coach training. If they don't show up for one day, they are kicked out.
I love that though. So you're keeping them accountable. And that's that piece that like, okay, they're making this transition from probably an employee mentality to like being their own CEO, and they're missing that accountability piece because you guys keep each other accountable. You know to go find success partners and things like that. But they don't know that yet, right? This is a new venture for them. Brittany was asking, what are the points that make up a builder? So like, what are your requirements? I guess this was for Mickey. Brittany, do you want to add, unless you feel like your question was answered?
Yeah, just like kind of what Lauren was saying and what Catherine was saying, I have a text thread of my people who say they're in, but like we all know there are people who want it and there's no action behind it. So I know you said Success Club is like your bare minimum, but is there something else that makes up someone who gets your one-on-one attention and stuff like that?
Honestly, I do play favorites because I live on the other side of the world and I have very limited time to have FaceTime with people. And you just kind of know, you have that intuition of people that are really, like they're emerald, but they're really working for it. So they get my first, priority. But if I have somebody that's like in and out of Success Club and like they're not consistent with posting, I'm probably, I'm going to be just as inconsistent with them. I tell everybody I run at your pace. So if you're stop and go, then I'm going to be stop and go with you. Like, what I'm constantly reminding my team what the expectations are. And I know that they know the expectations because I email them. I do live calls every day. So, I'm just kind of like more intuitive. Like if I know that they're not serious and they're going to be telling me that, it's going to take them till next year to go diamond, then I'm just going to let them do it that pace. And they know that they can, come to me whenever they want. I don't know if that helped.
That's awesome. Ashley, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I actually had a call with Ashley Molstead last week. I think we all know who she is, but she had a really good point. She said, stop focusing on the coaches that are going inactive or not showing up or not performing and go find your next rock stars. And that just like really hit me. Like, because I spend so much time like, I know my coaches have potential, and then I know those ones that, like you said, Mickey, go in and out and are such flakes, but like stop focusing on the ones that are just sitting there and just go find more rock stars because there's so many people out there that are waiting for this opportunity. So not much value, but I just thought what she said was it really hit home for me. So
I actually think that's a ton of value. Sorry, Mickey, go ahead.
I was just going to say that both of my diamonds went diamond in like 2 months. So if I would have just kept focusing on the people that have been on the team forever, like I would still be emerald, so you kind of you have to really look for the next people and just heavily focus on recruiting. That's always how I've built my business, is just like adding new blood constantly. And the people that will do it, and I just have firm belief that somebody can become diamond in a week of signing up. I remember when we opened up in the UK market, and on the first national wake up call, there was like 2-star diamond coaches, or there was like already diamond coaches in the UK, and we literally was just there for a week. So I'm like, okay, people are doing it. It's not impossible. Just look for the people that are serious.
I have another question. I'm talking a lot because I've been stuck in my house for 5 days sleep training my kids. So this is my adult interaction for the day. What your diamonds or your builders that are like actually doing things, are they past challengers? Are they fit influencers that you found on Instagram that already had a following? Like who do you see having a running start?
People that I get from my Facebook, my ads, my Instagram ads. Definitely.
Okay, talk to me about that because, Sorry, I think I froze for a second. Talk to me about that, because I was recruiting 20 coaches a month for a few months off of Instagram ads, and now it's like I get 3 emails. What's working for Instagram ads for you?
I'll be honest with you. In May, I hit like Success Club 85, all from coaches. And this month I'm at 26, which like, I'm not going to cry about. Like, I feel like, you know, it's still really good, but I feel you, like it's gone significantly down. I'm still working through it. Like I'm never too, like I'm always trying new ads. Like I turn ads on and off constantly. And just recently a ton of my team just got all of their help wanted ads, and their ads decline. Like Facebook is really cracking down on MLMs. Like they don't want MLMs marketing, which is like, why? I feel like it's free money. Most people don't even know what they're doing. So it's like free money, but what's that?
Are you running your Instagram ads through Facebook or through Instagram?
Yeah, I always run it through Facebook now. Every once in a while, I'll boost a post on Instagram just to get brand awareness. But I'll tell you guys what I'm going to try next, because Instagram is already like literally like 10 of the leaders on my team got their ads declined over the weekend for being an MLM. Like the message literally says decline because we don't want any get rich quick scheme thing. So we've had to innovate. And I'm going to start promoting my regular posts to get new people onto the page. And then, you know, just focusing on sending every single new follower a message that's personal, like, hey, I see in your profile you love the fish emoji, you know, like really be personal about, and so that they don't feel like it's just an automatic thanks for following me message. And that's going to be like my next strategy, since CTAs are so low compared to just a few months ago, and Instagram's also or Facebook is also cracking down on ads too.
How many followers are you getting from ads versus just like working organically?
It's hard to say because I run my ads at the same time as my call to action. So I have a very large following on Instagram. So I don't know really who's coming from where because of the ads running at the same time.
Gotcha.
But I'll just for reference, like last week I ran a sneak peek. I spent about $300 in ads. I got about over 300 emails, only 100, like a little over 100 people in my sneak peek, and just a few people signing up. Where before I was spending like $200 on ads, I was getting 200 emails and like signing up 20 coaches. So the quality of the leads has definitely gone down, and that's why I'm switching the approach from boosting my CTAs, just because I'm not finding people that are serious about working the business through lead generation that way. So like, who cares if I got 400 emails and only like, you know, only 100 people got into the group and only, you know, a handful from that. So like the number keeps down. So, you know, it's great to get all the emails, but if they're not engaged from, you know, the second that you try to interact with them, then it's kind of pointless, in my opinion.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, Daniela, does that help with your question? Because she was asking about cost.
Oh, sorry, I don't read the comments.
Oh, you're totally fine.
Spending on one ad and for how long? So, if I have a good ad, I'll probably spend $200 or $300 over the course of one day, because I don't want to be sitting there all the time collecting emails. I do have a Zapier where it collects that, but I'm not going to be using that anymore. And then I'll play around. I'll figure out up to $10-$20 if the ad is successful or not before I decide to shut it off. So I don't let it run. I have people saying like, yeah, you know, I spent $100 and I only got one email. I'm like, well, why did you spend $100? If you could tell that it wasn't a good ad, you can turn it off, whatever. So I'm just kind of like a hawk when I'm trying out new concepts and spending very minimal to make sure that it's effective, you know?
Yeah, because I've only done, I've never been on Facebook. All I've done has been through Instagram, and I kind of grew it organically. When I started the business, I was at 1,000 or something. I was just like playing around with it with yoga. And then I've been stuck on 9,000 since last year. Like, it's new people, but you know, it keeps it, when the algorithm changed, it was like, what the hell? And now I feel like bots are coming again. So I've been getting a lot of unfollow from other MLMs, like Oil Girls and Beachbody coaches and other people. And now I'm at a place that I don't know if I should actually invest in ads, because my experience in the past is that, yes, I do get a lot of emails. They're not quality people. They really don't get back to you, or they're not in a place that, like, they don't know you. They're not invested in you, so you can tell them, like, yeah, get into the sneak peek, and it's like,
and let them get to know me, and invest in just getting new followers that I can engage with immediately and get them warm, so that when I do my CTAs, they'll be the ones that see it.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Is anyone here doing something with Jumper Media? It's kind of like
I've heard about that. I know a lot of coaches.
Yeah, I just signed up with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're in Stephanie Chico's Leaders Launch? Oh, okay. So yeah, I was asking about that yesterday because, I don't know, it seems like a good investment because I honestly don't have time.
Yeah.
To just I already spend so much time on my phone and talking to my coaches and everything. So it seems like a waste of time, but it's not, to spend the day scrolling and engaging with other people on social media. It's like, if I can pay someone to do this.
Exactly. I was kind of in the same boat. I was using the Captivate and Cleaner app and doing like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, following through Captivate, and then Sundays were unfollow. And I didn't see any difference in like my growth. I feel like my content is great. I think that I have a consistent theme. And when you have your kickoff call with them, they kind of give you some pointers and tell you like, okay, you need, some highlights on your Instagram, highlights like the pictures. You need to take these links out, this and that. But they couldn't even tell me one thing. They were like, the one thing she actually did suggest was saying to take out the link tree and only have one link possible if you can. Like if you have a website, like just put your website there. Instead of having the link tree. It kind of gets a little overwhelming for the end user. But other than that, she was kind of shocked that my page hadn't been growing. So that's why I was like, okay, sign me up. I did the 3-month option and they give you the 15% off. So I think it was like $380. And you get an account manager and they basically do everything for you. So I figured it's a tax write-off. So
yeah, true.
So I can keep you posted though.
Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. And then Catherine wanted to know if Mickey has an Instagram Power Hour you can share.
Yeah, I don't. I invite every day through polls of who's interested and just who watches my Insta stories in general. I focus on getting a lot of new people on my page every single day. And so I'm just like on my IG stories for the most part. So I think.
Do you have time to actually go through the list of everyone who votes?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time because you also have to like weed out people who are not in the States, Canada, or the UK. Or do you just send messages to everyone?
I don't get that many people. Like I get I don't know, 30 to 40 responses, and I don't feel like that gets overwhelming because sometimes it's like the same people responding. But yeah, it's not overwhelming to me. But I mean, like asking, like my polls, like who wants to get more information on blah, 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 whether it's my challenge group or coach. So yeah, it's because, you have the same people except for like the next 20, 30 people a day that you get new.
Yeah, I guess I'm not from the States. I moved here 4 years ago. So I think I do get a lot of people who are not from here. So it's like, oh my God. Yeah.
Well,
it's a good problem to have, I guess.
A lot of people from over here too. So, but I do focus on growing my account just through.
So I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but she lives in Israel. That's so yeah, I am sure that you get a ton of people that are overseas, and so you kind of have to weed out, and yeah, and that makes it really, that presents its own challenge when you're looking for people to build. So a couple thoughts that I had as you guys were talking about diamond. I love that you're looking at the downlines of your diamonds. I think that's super important because looking down and saying, okay, this person looks like they're rock stars, like this person looks like they're on fire, because if you're going to bring everybody into your page and you're all kind of running your challenge groups together, you're going to kind of know these people just through the connections, and then you'll see how serious your PS coach's relationship is with them. So you'll kind of be able to gauge the seriousness and the direction of their relationship. And also talking about, I don't remember who it was, but talking about setting the pace yourself. Like Brittany, she pops emeralds like nobody's business, right? And I know I've told a lot of you this before. If you can pop emeralds, you can pop diamonds, okay? These people have probably never been Beachbody coaches before. So you're the only one that can tell them diamond is hard. Okay, so if you go into this and you frame it like, okay, emerald's just kind of an accident, it'll happen. And then diamond is where it really starts. So that's kind of up to you to frame that and to set those expectations as to where it's going to go. Is that always going to work? No, it's not. But it's something that could help. You know, I mean, just the language that you use and whatever, you know, diamond is diamond. And then moving on to the Instagram ads, that was some great information. So any other thoughts, any questions, what's working, what's not working for you guys? This is totally one of those calls where I want you to get all your questions out, mastermind with each other, because you guys are the movers and the workers.
I totally agree with what Mary just said about we're the only ones who can tell them that it's hard. And so one of my new coaches this month, she hit Success Club in like just a couple of days, and she also went Emeralds in just a couple of days. And that's because when we were talking, when she signed up, I was like, okay, so your job is to just find 3 people this month. 3 people. And then you're going to sign your husband up, and you're going to sign, you know, your best friend up, and you're going to hit Emerald, and, you know, good to go. That's your job within your first couple weeks. And then we'll talk about Diamond. And so when she hit Success Club within a couple of days, she's like, man, I just feel like I'm not doing a good job. I feel like I'm just like slacking, and that, you know, I could be, you know, I should be, you know, signing way more people up. And I was like, Sarah, do you realize that you hit Success Club in your first couple of days, and very few people do that? And she's like, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was rare. I was like, well, guess what? It is. And you did it. So, you know, I just could not agree with you more, Mary. That was a great way of putting it, is we're the only ones who can tell them that it's hard. So
thank you. Awesome. Well, and I love that example too, because it just shows like, oh no, I didn't actually know that was rare. Like some people go months and months without signing 3 people, and there you go, you did it in 3 days. So that's a perfect example of, hey guys, you can do this. So any other thoughts on recruiting, getting people in, getting your coaches to Success Club, Emerald, anything like that? Thoughts, comments? Because I was talking, go ahead, Nikki.
I have a lot of coaches that are like SC2, SC4, and to me, like from day one, like I would never leave SC2 or SC4 on the board. Like you're right there at that point, you know? So in the last couple of days, I'm just wanting to focus on getting those SC2, SC4 people to Success Club for the Transform 20, obviously. So, I'm running, you know, like my groups, and I have chat threads and stuff, but I don't know if there's anything more that I could be doing to get those people to not leave that on the table.
So getting coaches to Success Club, anybody super good at that?
I I would do, so I did this yesterday and today's the last day. So we kind of did what they were talking about on the National Wake Up Call, kind of doing like a flash sale, like end of summer. And basically I just explained what the groups are. Sorry. And then the options for the challenge packs. And I just gave it like the best energy ever. And they all added their people into the group. So now today they know that today is crunch time. Like today they go and follow up with all those people that they invited to the group and they talk about goals and they get them freaking set up. I'm like, you're doing this and you're all going to hit Success Club because it's so easy. Like you don't have to do anything. The info is there for you. So you're giving them that tool because sometimes, you know, the delivery of the explanation of the challenge pack, they fall on that part. You know, I feel like that happens a lot because they're not really confident on the products yet. So if you just kind of do them that favor of just giving them a group or a webinar or something that they can send or direct those people to, it really helps, you know. Yeah. We're muting ourselves.
I think that's so cute. There were 3 babies on this call today. Like, I'm in heaven. I love it. Does that help, Mickey? Kind of helping them get that information and then just like, hey, we're going to do this. You have 2 more people left. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's one of those things where if you have 2 weeks to do it or 20 minutes, like you're going to do it. It's not a time thing because you have all the time in the world, right? You get to make that time as you go along. So if they give you the time excuse, like, well, no, like now you've just chosen to do it in the last 3 days instead of the past 3 weeks. So like, it's okay. It's still doable.
Yeah.
Anybody else really good at getting their people to Success Club?
What we did this week, just as like the final week to end the month strong, Sunday nights are our team calls. And after every team call, we have an action item. So in our team page, we put the action and then everyone comments on that post. And so the action for this week was to do a call to action by Monday night and then invite Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to anybody that likes your likes your post, comments, or watches your story. So it was like holding people accountable to post. And it was also an opportunity for us to like review people's call to actions and give them like constructive criticism. Like, okay, hey, maybe take out like the fact that you're doing Lift 4. Tell them that you're doing this program and what it's doing for you, and create that curiosity. So it was like we were killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And that kind of got people amped up because they're seeing everybody else post those call to actions. And again, it goes back, I don't know who said the deadline thing. I think that's a great idea, but having a deadline. So get your call to action out there by Monday night and then tell us how many invites you're sending daily. So if somebody's like, I'm going to send 20 invites, then somebody else is like, okay, well, I'm going to send 25. So it's like a friendly competition with one another. And I think that kind of gets the spark going. So that's what we did this week. And it's been definitely helping.
Love that. Thank you. Any other questions or comments, you guys, before I let you go and get back to work? Yes, no? Okay, quote of the day from yesterday. My son. I picked him up at 6 o'clock after work. He was at a friend's house and he goes, Mom, I can't wait to get home. And I was like, why is that, buddy? And he's like, because I want a beach bar. And I was like, and you will have it. You get your beach bar. It was the first thing he did. Cute little thing. So that was the quote from the day yesterday. Love it. Okay, so I will